Hi there, Chris here, another quick tip for you all. In this video we're going to continue our look at painting the Warhammer Quest Silver Tower box set models. And so in this video we are going to continue our look at painting blue horrors, but we're going to do an alternate way in this video. And so we are going to basically blend the flesh tones on this guy. You can see we're going to start off with some Kantor blue, basically thinned out with just a little bit of water just to help with flow. And basically just using a base coating brush here, and I am just simply going to apply this all over the entirety of the model. Because I have the paint in a thinned out fashion, I will have to apply more than one coat, but that is fine because again, when you have the paint in a thinned out fashion like this, you don't run the risk of obscuring details, and of course it allows you the opportunity to get a nice smooth paint job onto the model, nice smooth base coat. And so again, you can see it's really quickly here. We're just going to give this guy a base coat, and then I'm going to give him a second coat. As you can see there, it's nice and stark, nice and smooth. Next is some Kantor blue, and we are going to go with some Altioch blue. Altioch? Altioch. We'll say Altioch. Basically what we're going to do here is we are going to wet blend these colors here, and with no retardants, just the moisture of the brushes needed just to help thin the paint out just a little bit. And as you can see, I lay a little bit of Altioch down, and then I come back in with some Kantor blue on a brush and basically blend the color back down towards the ends of the tail. The previous example of the blue horror, we had left the center of the model brighter and gone darker with the outer edges, or the extremities. And so this one here, we're going to basically highlight the ends of the tendrils, as well as his feet and hands are going to get brighter, and we're going to leave the center of his body a little bit darker. And basically when you are two brush blending, you have to move fairly quickly, of course, because again, we're not using any retarders. Retarders would allow you to, basically address these little areas a little bit slower because it slows down the drying time. But because we just have just the dampness of the brush, but really these areas are really kind of small. And so if you're really quick about it, you can get to these areas really quickly and blend them and get them the way you want them, nice and quickly. Again, you can see, simply lay down the Altioch blue and then come back in from the Kantor blue and then blend it back towards the ends of the tendrils, leaving more of that blue down at the ends. And then really quickly here, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to layer in some Altioch blue just on the tips again, just to kind of brighten them up a bit more, make them a little bit more solid, and basically catch the face details now. Basically, we're just going to do an edge highlight on all those little details. There's the two little horns that run off from his head, and so we'll highlight those, as well as getting his little cheekbones, his little nose, his lips, and his chin and everything like that. Again, it's just going to be a quick little highlight along these areas. Just kind of bring some that detail forward. Next, we're going to come in with some Lothern blue. And basically what we're going to do here is going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take our medium dry brush, and we're going to dry brush this highlight on. And so for the tendrils, I basically start off with a nice light brush stroke and just catch just the tips of the tail. The hands, I bring the hands in just a little bit, concentrating more of the color at the knuckles. The face, I'm concentrating through the center of the face, but bringing kind of the brush strokes in an up and down kind of motion. Again, when we are dry brushing, we are maintaining a very light hand as we work our way across. If you feel the model moving under your hand a little too much, you are dry brushing a little too hard. It's always things to remember. Now he's just hanging on by his foot there, and so it's like a small little pivot point that the model looks like he's moving lots, but it's really just because he's not really that solid to his base. It's just one little point that he's standing on. But again, it's just a light little plastic model, so it's not too much to worry about. Then here, I'm just kind of giving him a bit of a broad dry brushing over the areas again, just kind of catch some of the high points, bring some of the color forward, and get some of those details going. Again, it's not a huge amount of paint on the brush. Next is Ethereum blue, and again, you can guess it, we're going to dry brush this color, but this is going to go by fairly quickly because again, we're going to concentrate just on the tips of the tendrils and at the hands and the center of the face. Again, this is going to be really, really quick as we're not laying a whole lot of color down. Again, we're just simply catching just some of those high points. It's just really where the areas that really need defining, the details that need defining. You really want to capture the details in the hands. It really kind of brings the the look forward, the feet and the face as well. And then next we're going to come in with some Guilliman blue. This is going nice blue glaze. And this is a great way to finish off when you've dry brushed on a model, because glazing has a tendency to help marry all the little highlights and transitions together. It takes the overall tone down just a bit, but again, we could have thinned the color out a little bit and just, not applied it too heavily. But you can see I'm being fairly generous with the glaze as I'm working my way around. I don't really want it to pull up anywhere in the details. I'm just looking for a overall tinting and changing of value of the surface area. And so again, you can see I'm pushing some of that color in towards the darker areas and basically bringing some of that nice vibrant blue together. And this is a really great way of getting the colors to kind of, transition together and really kind of marry those transitions and, basically give you a nice smooth result. But that is it. We allow it to dry, and there you are. You can see how he's all nice and ready to go and ready to carry on with his final details as his blade and his face and that gigantic tongue of his. We've got even more painting tutorials in the Silver Mini Wargaming Vault. You can watch another one today about how I finish off a model after using airbrushing. Just click on the link in the video description below and watch it right now. If you don't have a Mini Wargaming Vault membership, you can click on the link and sign up for a free 7-day trial. Make sure that you get the Silver membership so you get instant access to the painting tutorials, and you'll get instant access to over 1,000 painting tutorials already in the vault. And so thank you for watching, and happy wargaming.